Lean Six Sigma is an improvement methodology. It came out of Toyota in the 50s, and then during the 80s and into the 90s, it got coupled with Six Sigma, which was a different movement, which was all around reducing the amount of defects in products. So it was a quality kind of movement. Two things came together. Now, typically, they are delivered as one package. It applies to higher education because it's all about delivering value to our customers. Now, in higher education, customers can be quite a controversial subject, but in terms of this, all we mean is who are we doing our work for? So that might be a student, might be a research body, it could be a research group internal to a university, it could be any number of things, but it's about delivering high value, high quality work for them. After having worked in higher education for a number of years, I know how many of our processes are inefficient or have a lot of waste in them. And Six Sigma is a proven methodology that does improve the output that you're looking for.
So Six Sigma will all be about reducing variability and getting your process stable. Once you've got your process stable, then Lean is about removing waste from that process. So then you'll remove the waste to go, well, now you've got a stable process that takes 10 minutes. How can we now make it 8 minutes? And then how do we make it 7 minutes? So they kind of come together, but ultimately both of them are about having the customer in the heart of it. So it's all about increasing customer value. And it also really focuses on your people in your organization. So one of a lovely key Lean phrase that you'll hear us knocking around quite a lot is bad processes will always beat a good person. So that's a lot of where we kind of come from. And it's all about getting the right people in the right place to kind of work together. So the Yellow Belt course is a one-day course, and that really just gives you a foundation of what Lean Six Sigma is about, where it kind of was developed from, how you can utilize it within your environment, which there's lots and lots of tools. There's a huge toolkit, but we kind of pick through the Yellow Belt course, we just pick some of the most common and the ones that you can probably quite easily pick up and utilize within your area when you've done the day. It's a great foundation to really kind of understand what it's about and get you started on that Lean journey.
So Lean comes from Japan, and therefore the levels of expertise within the discipline follows a belt system in a similar way to a martial art. So like I said, so Yellow Belt's the introductory course, and it's an introduction to Lean Six Sigma. It's about learning a few of the basics, but most importantly, it's about giving you some practical tools that you can use to take away to improve things in your area. So processes, work, team. So our Green Belt course is an ILM endorsed award. It follows a structure called DMAIC, which came out of Six Sigma. DMAIC stands for Define, Measure, Analyze, Improve and Control. And each module covers one of those things, with the exception of Analyze, which is split into two modules because it's quite a big subject. And during the course, you will be asked to actually improve something within your area of work. Now, it might be, most likely it's going to be a process. The modules are all 2.5 hours long, with the exception of the final module, which is all about reporting out and closing down the course. And it's all delivered online. In between the modules, you'll also get an opportunity to speak, if you need it, to me and the other practitioners that run the courses.
Because the Green Belt is an actual project that you do all the way through, so it's much more detailed. So this is really teaching you fully about Lean Six Sigma, working through a project from start to end. And so there's like 8 modules, and each of those modules has a very specific set of tools that we teach you and theory, and then you need a project to then work it through. So you're doing a day of theory and then you're doing something practical. You're going away and practically doing that with your activity, with your project. You'll submit that into us and then you'll come back and do day 2, and then you'll go away and we'll teach you something different, and then you'll go away and apply that to your project.
I would say that I'm probably one of the best examples because I am an alumni of this course. So I did the Green Belt, I think it was in about 2017, and it led me into a career in continuous improvement and lean thinking. The more recent examples, so we've had a couple of people who have finished recently. There's been one colleague who looked at the amount of time it took for people to chase extenuating circumstances evidence. Part of the Green Belt course means that you have to actually evidence what you've managed to improve. So he has managed to evidence that it used to take an academic 45 minutes to chase for on average for each piece of evidence, and now they're not doing it at all because it's moved to a different team. He's also got some evidence that the first email that goes out to the students asking for evidence, it used to have a 60% success rate at generating the evidence. Now it's an 80%, so that's a 20% jump. And also just the time spent to send the email has gone down from 25 minutes to 14. The other example I've got is we had a colleague who wanted to increase the uptake in the number of students taking COVID tests during the pandemic. She actually managed to get it to go from just over 1,000 students who were taking it on. These were ones who were still on campus at the time, and she upped that to over 2,000, so almost 100% increase. And also the amount of students who were testing more than once on campus went from 26% up to 53%. So again, a nice big jump there.
So I've been a team manager for about 5 years and went through it as a team manager, learning how to put all of the toolkit sort of in place and have an entire system. But it's really stood me in good stead going forward, and it's what really got me engaged in wanting to move into this kind of work. The realization, I was just so busy in the day-to-day that there was really obvious stuff that I just hadn't spotted, and just realizing that I was kind of sleepwalking through what I was doing, and actually I was making this wasn't the most effective way we could be as a team, and there was lots of additional things that would really help. So myself, that's where I then ended up qualifying myself and then moving into a Lean Six Sigma team and becoming a lean practitioner, because I've been through it and I know what it feels like to change onto a different system and have to sort of bring a team with you and do all of that. People, you just go, I've just been making my life far too difficult for myself. I've just not realised it. And then all of a sudden you go, wow, this really helps.
To give it a go. So there's something really rewarding in improving something within your area. And being able to actually evidence it and prove that you've gone from X to Y and that is better. There is something really, really rewarding about that. So yeah, my advice is to give it a go. Come and learn some new skills, and it's only going to help further your career.
Lean Six Sigma is a whole concept with a massive toolkit attached to it. So no matter what it is that maybe it's your people that constantly are telling you this isn't great, this is really frustrating, and you feel like you've tried to go at it year after year after year and you've never got there. I think I'm pretty much guaranteed that somewhere in the Lean toolkit will give you a strategy and a way out of that to really kind of move forward and give you something effective to put into place. It's all about working much smarter and not working as hard as we do.
So you can apply anytime you like. The Yellow Belt course, we accept applications really quite late up to when it's about to start. The Greenbelt course, there's a slightly tighter time frame, but what I would suggest is that you go onto the AUA website and have a look at the develop section. That's where the courses are. All of the dates are on there, all of the deadlines are on there, and any other information that you might want as well.